Hey guys, Clancy here coming at you from White Bluff, Tennessee. Today I just wanted to go over my new kayak I just purchased about 3 weeks ago. I'm going to go over it pretty quick. It is the Field & Stream Shadow Caster. Let's see here. Start with the kayak itself, just the basics of it. I really like it. It's stable. Since I'm going with the motor propelled, I don't find this standing up strap that's included very useful for myself, or these pedals very useful for myself, but they are adjustable and you can remove the strap if you want. Seat's comfortable, goes up and down. I think 5 inches it'll lower itself, and or you can lower it and you can pull the seat all the way up and get extra standing space here if you want. Like I said, I went with the motor propelled. I'll go over all the mounts and stuff that I decided to go with. The Shoreline Marine bag, I think it was like, I don't know, 60 bucks or something. I made like paracord, little clasp carabiner on it to go onto the side of the kayak. These 1, 2, 3, 4 extra deck rings. I wanted to add myself, so I added those. I just riveted them in and used marine sealant. Because they're a lot more useful than the ones that it comes with that are in this little recession here that is not, they're just hard to access. So I decided to make my own, which I'll use the ones in here every now and then. But I knew I was going to have a bag. I knew I was going to have a motor mount. I knew I was going to have a battery back here. My motor mount, I used 1-inch PVC pipe. They fit in the scupper holes perfectly. These are 2-hole straps. You can get those in the plumbing section of Lowe's or Home Depot. These are connector plates. You can get these at in the lumber section at Home Depot or Lowe's. I believe this bottom piece, I cut everything. I rough cut it, and then I used a angle grinder with a twist lock sanding pad on it to do the fine tuning. That's tapered in here. It's tapered this way as well. 2x6, 2x6, 2x4. The battery is 101 amp hour deep cycle marine battery. The trolling motor I decided to go with is the Minn Kota Endura Max 50-pound thrust. I noticed a lot of people in the videos that wanted to add a motor to their kayaks weren't 100% satisfied with having a lower thrust transom mount motor like a 30 or 35 pound. So I went ahead and went with a 50. I think they do have a 55 as well, which I guess you could go with 55 as well. I don't know what the battery drainage and draw on that would be, but I'm sure it'd be a little bit more. This at 100% in a forward runs on my GPS at 4.2 miles per hour. Let's see here. They clamp on to my 2x4 here. Just hand tied. I've never had any issues with it. I added a little bit of hardware here too, just to kind of give it a little bit more support to the kayak in case anything was to happen, God forbid. On the battery I use these bungee cords. I'm going to end up adding some type of strap system that's more rigid that will hold up a little better than those, but they're working for now. And also on my motor mount I'm probably going to spray it with a bed liner of some sort. Let's see here. Fish finder GPS. There's the transducer. It's about 6 inches long. This is the Garmin Striker 4 DV. I love it. It's pretty simple. It works great for a kayak, especially. I mounted it to this area because it seemed to be a good flat area and a perfect spot, and I can, from my seat over there or standing, it's easy for me to come over here and bend down and do whatever I need to do, mark a waypoint, whatever. Here's how I did the wiring. You have a transducer and a power outlet there, and this is all adjustable sideways, up and down, however you want to do, and it's removable for transportation. The wiring right here, let's see, it's probably about maybe 3.5 inches from the bottom, so I don't think that's going to take in any water, but I could put some type of silicone in there as well. But I like being able to remove the wires if I need to. This is a, I believe, 3/4 male adapter PVC. Let's look at the inside here. The storage is pretty neat. I like the twist lock. That's new from the last style. I had the Field & Stream Eagle Talon 12, which I loved, but this one is way better in my opinion, because it's a lot more stable and you're able to stand up. Right here, the battery I chose for my Striker 4 is a Duracell Ultra. It's 12 volt, 7 amp hour, AGM, sealed non-spillable battery. I believe it was, I'll say $37 at a specialty battery store, which I'm sure you could get them somewhere else, but I was kind of in a pinch. Let's see here. That right there is a silicone adhesed and gorilla taped high powered magnet. And what that's for is for my transducer here. I wanted the transducer to be easily removed, and I wanted it to have a clear image. It could be mounted through the transom or through the hole, but I don't know what the science is behind it, honestly. But I would guess if you're wanting to get a clear picture, you'd want this directly in the water. So, with that being said, I used a magnet, high-powered magnet. I got these on Amazon. I can't remember how much it was. They're kind of high, but they're called iridium. I'm not a magnet expert either, but I believe it was something like iridium. And whenever I launch the boat, this is easy to access. I mean, I usually leave it here whenever I launch it, and then the boat is so stable, I can just come down here and lean down and just sticks right to it, and it's high powered. It ain't going nowhere. If you want to remove it before you're about to run up on the bank or whatever, you just grab your cord and unattach it. Pops right off from the magnet, and that's very convenient. Now, the only reason I chose this style of motor mount, I could have chose the style that I saw so many others using, which was mounted in the very back of the kayak, and they used a U-bolt style cable steering system that ran all the way up here through the pedals. I was going to use that. That was going to be my first preference. I said, that'd be sweet. But a lot of that, you'd have to tweak your trolling motor here. And if you spend a lot of money on a trolling motor, especially a newer one, I believe I spent, like, before tax, like $269 or something like that on this trolling motor, you'd want to hold on to any type of warranty that comes with it. And if you start chopping it up and changing the wiring and doing this and that and putting, different hardware on it and stuff, you're going to void your warranty. I like this one too. I forgot to mention, it has a battery tester right on it. So, I mean, you just press the button, and like I said, I've been out on the water for hours, and I have yet to run even 25% plus out of the battery. So I've been out there for hours running 100%. I'm not doing any type of battery conservation when I'm out on the water. But it's done great, and it hasn't ran out on me yet at all. Not even down to 50%. But I do like this style too, because whenever I'm standing up, I'm able to maneuver while I'm standing up. I'm able to do my steering. The other method with the pedal steering, you would not be able to make quick, fine adjustments on the whim, especially while you're standing up and casting and running a bank. See, when I'm running a bank, I'll be standing up and I'll have this trolling motor about 10%. I mean, it'll barely be going. That little propeller will barely be going. And it's perfect. You can run a bank, perfectly. And I'll see if I can hook this camera up over here so I can kind of give you guys a example of how it works. Now, the trolling motor, it's about a foot deeper, because it will be a foot in the water. But I will show you kind of what I'm saying here. Well, do it this way. I'll be in the kayak. Want to fish the bank over there. Turn my motor. Press my little button here, release it down. It locks in. Extend this out for easy access. Stand up. Now this boat is stable enough to stand up just like I am here. Now what I'll do is I'll turn this motor on about 10%. Now, like I mentioned earlier, this will be about a foot lower because it'll be underwater. I'm just doing this for you guys' benefit. But say I want to hit a bank, run the bank, casting it, I'm getting a little far from the bank. I want to get more towards the bank. So all I do is nudge it right there. Still casting the bank. I'm getting too close to the bank. I want to get away from the bank. Like that. Easy. Now that's a little lower, like I said. But I mean, if you're more towards the front of the boat and you're uncomfortable with leaning over like this, I mean, I've caught myself adjusting like this, making a casting. Easy, fine adjustments. So that's why I really like this setup here. Anyway, that's a look at what I've done with my kayak, and maybe it'll work for you, maybe it won't. Maybe it'll give you a good idea to improve on anything I've done or give you a better idea. Thanks for watching, guys.